This Week in Gaming with Naomi Kyle.
Happy New Year's, everyone. I'm Naomi Kyle, and welcome to a very special episode of This Week in Gaming. Today, we're looking forward instead of back. That's right. We're kicking off the new year by breaking down all the massive releases and bold predictions we have of what could be the most exciting year gaming has seen in a long time. And joining me is none other than the legend himself, Destin Legarie. So, let's get started.
Select game mode. Multiplayer.
Hey, Destin. Welcome to our very first episode for 2026.
Hi, Naomi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. We have a crazy year that's going to be happening. We don't know what's going to happen, but we love making predictions, don't we?
Sure do.
So I thought for this episode, just to make it extra special and to kick off the year right, and with some things that we're thinking about that might happen, might not happen, I want to go through kind of our bold predictions for 2026. This could be very probably going to happen, definitely not going to happen, but would be cool. And then we could do some of the games that we really are looking forward to that we know for sure, at least for the most part, will be coming out. But yeah, I thought I told you to pick 5 bold gaming predictions. Did you have a hard time picking those? What was that like?
No, it was pretty easy, actually. Once I sat down, I just kind of knocked it out. I got some good ones, I think.
Okay, cool. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Well, I can start. I'll start with the Steam Machine. I think the Steam Machine is going to be a big hit in 2026.
Yes.
It's been the talk of the town. Everyone's like, oh, but it's a PC and it's not going to be powerful enough. I think most consumers will see that on a store shelf, which I assume it will be on, and grab it up, especially with the cost of everything going up and up and up. If they can launch it at not $1,000, I think they could have a chance of breaking into the console market a little bit.
Perfect thing to kick off the show, because yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Was with the Steam Machine coming out, we have potential for even a launch title, perhaps. My prediction for it actually kind of ties into one of my predictions, so I might as well just say it now. But I think perhaps we would get maybe a Half-Life 3 launch title with this. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's I just don't even know if Half-Life 3 is even a thing anymore. It would be great, but at this point, I kind of stop hyping myself up for it. If it happens, it'll be great. But I feel like there's been so many fan teases, it's not even Valve's fault, that when it actually happens, it'll be like, oh, okay, it finally happened.
Then would you feel like it kind of lost momentum at that point? Like it's not as exciting as it would have been had it happened sooner?
No, I think fans will still be plenty excited, but yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I'd be like, okay, finally it's revealed. We're going to actually see Half-Life 3.
Yeah. And how cool would it be to be playing it on the Steam Machine if that ends up happening?
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty compelling to launch a new console, and that's basically the market that they're targeting. We know it's a PC, but I think it would give them a nice little head start, a nice peak of interest. And I wonder if they could bundle it with some other games that Steam is known for, like all the Portal games, the original Half-Life, Half-Life 2. I think that would be a nice way to just say, hey, it comes with these slate of Valve popular games. I mean, how much are those games now? Like $1 or something? They can't be that
probably. Yeah. You said under $1,000. How low do you think it might end up being?
In an ideal world, it would be $500. But the unfortunate thing is, I think the market has kind of set the price at $1,000 now. And, they keep making arguments about how RAM companies are going out of business left and right, because I believe AI is kind of buying up all of this RAM. And now it's really left console manufacturers in sort of a troublesome spot. And anybody who wants to build a PC, RAM price has just gone up 1,000% or something. It's pretty nuts.
It's pretty nuts. I've been semi-following that. It's a weird time, that we're still experiencing stuff like this when it comes to hardware. That there's shortages out there. All right, I'll tell you my bold prediction.
You got it.
2026. Top of my list is Luigi's Mansion 4.
Oh, yeah?
Do you think? Okay, well, we know that it is heavily rumored, at least for sure. There's been talk, Next Level Games might be working on it, and it would be perfect for the Switch 2 to have a Luigi's Mansion game on there. I feel like if it comes out 2026, that's my bold prediction that it comes out next year. I think I would be over the moon, and I'd be extremely happy. And we know that Luigi's Mansion 3 came out in 2019, so it's been a while. We're due for one. What do you think?
Yeah, and I noticed in the trailer for the Mario movie that aired during the Game Awards that he is a little bit more action-oriented. Maybe it's Luigi's year to shine. We'll see. We'll see.
It would make my heart so happy. All right, another bold prediction from you.
Okay, less happy prediction. I think the industry is going to see a lot of turmoil in 2026 because of some of the stuff that I mentioned with RAM prices going up and AAA costing so much. So I do think that we're going to see some shifts. We've already started to see indications that it'll happen with Call of Duty announcing they're not going to do a yearly release potentially next year.
Right.
So I do worry about the start of the year. I know this is airing in January, so hopefully it's nothing too crazy, but I do worry about the state of AAA. They've really painted themselves into a corner with their costs. Things cost like $300 million to make, $200 million to make. And we have this AA industry coming along, and Claire Obscure's sweeping the Game Awards for $10 million. And all of these little games are really piquing a lot of people's interest. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is another example, way under $100 million. And I think AAA is going to have to take a look at what they're doing and why their costs are so high, and other projects are managing to come in at more reasonable amounts. So yeah, I think we're going to see some big changes in 2026, maybe not positive changes.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's something we're not at the end of, unfortunately, when it comes to layoffs and perhaps mergers, perhaps studio closures, things like that. Yeah, and it's because I think a lot of people are seeing that there's a lot of value in these smaller teams that make games, and incredible games, for like way less than they would for AAA. So I just think you're totally right on that.
Unfortunately, yeah. And it depends on what you think of as negative. Maybe this means that they really focus back in on the creative aspect of games. So maybe that's a positive way to look at it. But yeah, I do think people will be impacted by some of these financial decisions that these big companies are going to have to make. Feels like the bubble is like right on the cusp, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we always hope for the positive, but I agree it's important to mention because it's something that we've experienced this year, and just to be prepared for perhaps continuing into 2026, into this year. All right, my next prediction, I'm just going to knock two out.
Okay.
So, because they're both Nintendo related, I've been kind of talking mostly Nintendo. But Super Smash Bros. 2026 for the Switch 2. I would love a brand new installment. So let's make it happen, Nintendo.
That would be great. And speaking of mine, Nintendo's actually really thought about how they're going to manage costs and make quicker iterations of games. So I could see that happening. I would love a new Smash Brothers game.
Right? Wouldn't that be great? And on that note, we're talking Nintendo. Zelda's 40th anniversary is happening next year in February. So it would be crazy, but I would love either a remake of Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask for the Switch 2. That would be so cool, I think. But I don't know if it's happening. Again, this is not based on any rumors or anything. It's just my bold prediction.
All right, I got one. You ready?
Yeah.
GTA 6 gets delayed again to 2027.
I almost put that on my list as well. Do you think it'll happen? I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know. They've just been pushing it so much, and now they're in the November window. So I'm really, really excited for that game. I would be surprised if it hits in 2026.
Okay.
I don't remember how many times the other games were delayed, but this one's now been delayed, twice?
Yeah.
I believe. So
yes.
What's one more?
Yeah. So you think they might delay it for till 2027 sometime? Yeah,
well, they were probably going to get back to their original window. I believe it was supposed to be May of this year, right?
Right.
Or it was supposed to be this year, and then it kept getting bumped back. So we'll see.
Do you think they would do that to make sure that they get a nom for the Game Awards in 2027?
I don't know about that. I
Right.
think if they were, because I believe it's November 19th where they're currently at. I think they're still within the window, and I have a lot of confidence in GTA 6
It's gonna be fine.
doing okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
All right, this one's kind of left field. It's actually the last one on my list, although I might throw in another one if it comes to mind. It's been talked about, and I don't know. I think it's gonna happen, but I think it's been confirmed actually. But the Lollipop Chainsaw franchise should get a sequel. I think they'll announce it to release 2026.
That's the time? Why?
I think so. I don't know. It's just we know that there's an anime in the works of the franchise. There's a game, the sequel, in the works. We just don't have a release date. So my guess is it will be 2026 this year.
I would be very happy if that happened for you. I just don't know why they would greenlight Lollipop Chainsaw. Because didn't they just do a remake and did it do great? Like, did the sales do well?
That I don't know, but I know that there is a sequel. Am I crazy? Let me check.
No. I mean, maybe you're right. But I remember Legacy of Kain had a whole game in the works, and we just found out not that long ago that got canceled.
So you think it'll get canceled?
Yeah, I worry that it would get canceled.
Huh. So
Or put on hold.
Or put on hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
I'm going to root for you, though, Naomi. I'm going to say you were right.
I like Lollipop Chainsaw.
And Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a sequel announced in 2026.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of left field. I think there was an article here that dropped. It looks like it was on Reddit 5 months ago. I don't know. If your prediction is it gets canceled, my prediction is
I'm going to root for you.
Okay. Well, we'll see what ends up happening, obviously. Maybe we put it to a bet.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
All right. What other predictions do you have? Any others?
I think we get the Xbox next-gen console reveal next year.
Ooh,
and maybe PlayStation, because they're kind of simpatico with AMD. So I do think we see something about Xbox in early 2026.
That would be so cool. That would make it a really big year for games, I think, 2026.
Well, it would be the announcement year, and then maybe it launches 2027, 2028. Just kind of depends on what window they're targeting. Yeah, I don't know. Xbox is in a weird spot right now, and so is PlayStation. They are committed to next-gen hardware, and it's going to be arriving sooner rather than later. But for Xbox, it's basically a PC. Mm-hmm. So maybe they delay it because of the RAM issues. But yes, for bold predictions. So I'm going to say
they're
next
bold.
year
they reveal. That's our bold for this whole show. I'm wondering if they're going to do it just because they don't want to give Steam Machine any steam. You know?
Well, I think Steam Machine might actually help them, because once people see what Steam Machine is, they'll understand what Xbox is better. And it's always really interesting to me the reaction to something like a Steam Machine versus something like an Xbox machine, which is basically the same thing. But I've been predicting this for years. So yeah, I would love to see that happen after the Steam Machine comes out. And I do think they'll help each other.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I think that's important for people to think about. I don't have any other bold predictions. Did you have anything else?
And I also predicted that Xbox will actually win an award at the Game Awards in 2026.
What?
Because they haven't won. They haven't even been nominated for Game of the Year.
You're
because
right.
They released their games like right after the window for voting. So did I say win? Let's go with nominated. Let's not go too crazy.
We'll see about winning. All right, good. Those are some pretty bold predictions. Do you think we're missing anything? I think we have a pretty solid list.
No, the state of the industry, hardware. Yeah, I think we covered off on it. Some cool games that you want to see launch.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get Nintendo in there. And trust me, my mind will be going crazy if the Luigi Mansions 4 thing happens.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, we got a little bit more time, so I figured we'd talk about some of the games that we know for sure, pending any delays. We don't know, those might happen. What games are announced for next year? Sorry, for this year, 2026. It's time we're recording this. There was anything that you're looking forward to, like your top 5, and I will kick it off to you to start with your list. I know you said you had a lot. You had to narrow it down.
This was really hard for me to narrow down because there's way more confirmed for 2026 than I realized. So my top 5, I'll tell you, are in probably least to most, and I'm sort of torn on the whole list. But anyway, Phantom Blade Zero, that's launching in September, looking amazing. Had a great trailer at Game Awards. Gears of War E-Day is 2026. Very excited to see what they do with the Gears of War franchise. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is looking really, really great. That's coming earlier in the year. Grand Theft Auto 6, if it stays in the 2026 window. And probably my number 1, Marvel's Wolverine. I'm a huge Wolverine fan. I would love to play Marvel's Wolverine in 2026
That is on my list as well. You'll have to tell me also the ones that you had to cut out, since I think we'll have time to cover those. But my list, Marvel's Wolverine, I've already said that. Nice. So that one's for sure is on my list. I mean, fall 2026, it's kind of at the end of the year, so I hope it doesn't get delayed. Grand Theft Auto 6, same.
Good
Very
call.
excited for that one. Really hope it doesn't get delayed again. That will be funny. The Fable reboot is still no release date, official release date, but is still set for 2026 sometime.
That was on my list, my bonus mention list.
Your bonus mention?
Yeah.
Okay,
good call.
Yeah, I have to mention that one. I'm such a huge... Fable's just got a really special place in my heart. And then just announced at the Game Awards, Control Resonant. Huge fan of the first one, so I was like, I gotta put that on my list. No release date, but 2026. Looks great. Remedy Entertainment, love them. And then 007 First Light.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. You know, I went to the IOI event. They had a little event during the Game Awards, and they had a few people out there. Said hi to some people. I was talking to the developers, and then their boss came over, and they all scattered.
What?
I'm like, okay, I was just chilling out talking with you guys. But I thought it was really funny. All that said, I actually think 007 First Light, it's looking really, really solid. And it was one that almost made it on my list. This was a really hard list for me to make. So good call, Naomi. I'm also really excited about that one.
Good. What about Control Resonant?
Control Resonant looks more combat focused, like in terms of melee combat. And I really, really like that. I was getting real Devil May Cry vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but digging that one a lot. I really, really like it.
Was there anything else announced at the Game Awards that you put on your list?
Yeah, so I went through, I'm just going to give you my full bonus list. So don't forget,
Perfect.
High on Life 2 is coming in February. I just had an interview, which will be live today, actually. You can go check it out on my YouTube channel with the creators. Crimson Desert, another very popular game a lot of people are talking about. This one might surprise you. Star Wars Galactic Racer. I loved the old Star Wars pod racing games so much, way back in the Nintendo 64 days. Pretty simple mechanics, and that one was looking really, really good. Resident Evil Requiem, we didn't talk about that. They revealed Leon Kennedy at the Game Awards. We have Pragmata. Now that one's sort of weird. It's like there's a AI girl on your back and you're wearing like a mech suit and she hacks stuff. I played that earlier in the year, and the demo is out now if you want to play it. That one's looking really neat. And my last one, Housemarque, deserves a big shout out. I loved Returnal. It was almost my game of the year that year.
Returnal,
but Halo came out, and I'm a big Halo fanboy. So Saros comes out March 20th, and that one almost made it on my list. That almost knocked out Batman. I really struggled with picking 5.
Yeah.
It's looking like a really good year, and that's just what we know about so far.
That's right. It's just what we know right now, but who knows what's going to get announced.
Yeah.
This was so great, Destin. Thank you so much for kicking off this year for gaming news on my show.
No problem.
Because this is the very first episode for 2026. It's been so awesome having you on the show every time you get a chance to be a guest. And yeah, Happy New Year. Wish you all the best.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah, let's hope for a really banger year in games.
I sure hope so. Thanks, Naomi.
Flawless victory. Continue.
And that wraps up this special edition of This Week in Gaming. I'm your host, Naomi Kyle. Huge thanks to Destin Legarie for joining me as we look ahead to what's shaping up to be a massive year for games. We'll be kicking off 2026 with all new stories as they shape the industry throughout the year, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. From all of us here at This Week in Gaming, we're wishing you an amazing holiday season filled with joy, good vibes, and of course, plenty of gaming. Bye for now.
This Week in Gaming is an iHeartRadio Canada podcast. Subscribe to this podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app for more podcasts just like these.